Why, hello, and welcome to the new year. And we are off to a great start, you guys. So, if you haven't heard or noticed, we reached 52 episodes, which means that we have been doing this podcast for a whole year now. So, I figured, why not review what we did throughout the year, all of the exciting stuff that's happening, and what is to come. So, let's start off with none but this very podcast. So, yes, I went over the podcast in another episode, but we are reviewing what we went over in last year. So let me get my phone out and pretty much go over all the episodes. And that to begin with, yes, I did go into the new year slightly ill, but we are getting better day by day, slowly but surely. No, I have not been vaping. No, I have not been hitting my pen at all. I haven't smoked at all for the past couple weeks. Um, I just haven't had like I've been trying to cut. Like I said, I've been trying to cut back on the amount of weed that I smoke as well. So that is definitely a New Year's resolution. We're definitely going to go over New Year's resolutions that I finished and accomplished last year because it is now 2023, and for sure we'll be having some New Year's resolutions. Wow, we've definitely did a lot this year. So, starting off with the first week of 2022, we did the coming out episode and all of my coming out stories, which I'm pretty sure that I was that the beginning of the year. That was definitely the beginning of the year, and I don't think I came out as non-binary yet. I was still gay, not gay. Um, I don't know, but I definitely had a self-discovery journey this past year. Discovered more. Sorry, discovered more about myself this past year. Like I said. Um, then the next episode was items from brands, which I discussed receiving products from different brands to review. I discussed Influencer. If you guys haven't tried out Influencer, definitely go ahead and try it out because they do send you free products known as Vox Boxes, which have the free products inside. All you have to really do is review. So that is also fun. I discussed the next episode. I discussed another serious topic, sexual assault and harassment, which I was actually verbally sexually harassed towards around, I want to say, right before I moved into the beauty department, which was the last time that I was harassed, but he no longer works at the job. I discussed multiple jobs that I've worked at, such as, which I've only worked at 3, and then I've have my own jobs that I work on. Um, when I say jobs, I'm pretty just talking about like how I used to work at Dunkin' Donuts. Then I worked at a sports bar that I used to work at, and now Target. And then I discussed smoking weed, um, which that helped me switch right over from smoking nicotine to just smoking weed. So I mean that didn't. It wasn't the episode. I wasn't. I was still vaping at that time, but I still was also smoking weed. So. But I will say that I am proud to be 5 months clean from nicotine, so that is a plus. The next episode I discussed was boyfriends, so yeah. I've had my fair share of boyfriends and dates. And then the next episode was making music with Sebastian, which we still have to do a whole video eventually on my channel where I make music with him. I have a couple songs that I've written, but is that me coughing or me yawning this episode, I guess. Um, But yeah, I definitely want to have an episode of where me and him make music. I was supposed to have a different friend on, well, coworker on that I was going to make music with, but he moved. So that went kaput. New Year's resolutions with Jeffrey and Meadow. Definitely was a fun episode. We had to end up filming it 2 days, like 2 separate days, because one, my phone cut out, like the storage cut out. I had to race to figure everything, all that, the storage out, delete some footage, and like it was a crazy mess with that episode, but we still got it done and we had fun with it. The last day that we filmed was definitely a mess, but it was just me and Meadow. And yeah, Jeffrey had to work. Jeffrey and Meadow no longer work at Target with me, but that would be fun to have them back on. Then the following episode was UFOs, where I discussed multiple UFO sightings, where I've seen UFOs, brought up articles and everything. I then discussed weddings because my brother got married this past year. So it's almost been a whole year since they've been married. They obviously live together. Then I discussed makeup and how I got into makeup and all of that. Then I discussed skincare and how I've literally been doing skincare since middle school. It's crazy, I know. And then I discussed celebrity crushes and multiple other people's celebrity crushes as well, because why not? Then the fun part begins, where I discussed karaoke, which I've still been doing since April. Well, that's crazy. So maybe it was around March that I started going to. the Kava bar. I don't know. It's been forever since I've been. It's been a long time since I've been going there. I might have been going there even not 2022, but maybe 2021 as well. I really don't know. But we are gonna go ahead and take a break and be right back. So we are back with some more of the podcast episodes and discussing them. Pretty much going over the new year. Well, going over the past year right now. And then we might be going over the new year. And making some New Year's resolutions with you guys. So, buckle up, Buttercup, and let's take the rest of the ride. It's funny because my dog Buttercup's here too. So sugar parent scams. So a lot of people will message you and pretty much try to scam you out of your money. They will literally say, "Oh, I will pay you such and such amount monthly or weekly." And then before they even do any of that, they have you go and buy a Visa gift card, Google Play gift card, which I've definitely fallen for once. Not my proudest moment because my account was drained. Yeah. Definitely not my proudest moment. It wasn't last year. I'm just going over like the episodes. Last year I definitely had a lady reach out to me, and I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And she wanted me to send her money. I was like, no, no. And then when I blocked her, she reached out to my friend who I saw that she was following. Before it even happened, I saw that she was following. I like literally went through this lady's followers. She followed my friend, and so I was like, "Hey, beware of so and so. They just tried to scam me out of my money and say that they're gonna be a sugar mama." And yeah, no. And then for the following episode, I discussed out of state and how I've been out of state. Interviews. I discussed the best way to go into an interview, what to expect, how to prepare for an interview, and even one of my coworkers I used to work with that now that's now promoted to district manager used my tips and tricks for the interview process and got the job. And I am very proud of her, but I definitely miss her because she was my Starbucks cup buddy. Wow. This past year was definitely crazy. And then after that, I discussed therapy. This episode will be a long one, by the way, guys, so buckle up. And how there's like different online therapy sites, such as BetterHelp, which I definitely want to try to get them to sponsor this podcast eventually, but I don't know. Um, well, then I discussed times that I've been on stage, such as musicals that I've been in, plays that I've been in. Um, doing karaoke. I think I discussed that. I know I've done karaoke on stage before at a church, which was also fun because I got to do it with some of my friends from school. And then I definitely, yeah, definitely been on stage quite a few times. Then I discussed out of country and how I've been to Italy, France, and that's pretty much all that I've been to. And then I discussed like the best places to go out of the country. Wow, my voice is definitely raspy right now. That could be from the tea. That could have been what it was that made my voice raspy. That wow. And then I discussed concerts that I've been to, which around that time was the same time that I went to the Halsey concert. Wore these pants, by the way, if you guys are watching the video portion. Um, and like 6-inch heels, boots, not stilettos, but thick boots that way because I had lawn seats, so I had to be able to still walk in the grass. Which, yes, I was still able to walk uphill in these boots that were like 6.5, 6 to 6.5 inches. And then I discussed racetracks, like how I've been to the raceway. This was around the same time that they were trying to get that they were getting rid of Moroso Speedway, which is still sad to this day because I've made a lot of childhood memories there, and yeah, it's sad. I discussed art, which this time was around like summertime, so I was filming outside, which was not the best. Definitely was not the best. I definitely was, yeah. And then I discussed androgynous fashion and how there's multiple fashion brands that have androgynous fashion lines that cater towards men and women, pretty much like unisex in a way. There's me using my voice to speak up about different uh, things in my life that I care about in my life, especially the LGBTQ community. And then I discussed burnout. Burnout is a serious thing, especially um, I definitely have to watch it this year because I will be starting some new projects this year, launching stuff, and hosting events. So yeah, and plus I'll be taking organic chemistry this year. So wish me luck, especially because I'll also be working, still doing this podcast, still uploading on my YouTube channel, doing content, um, everything, pretty much. Still trying to work on the book. Might not be able to work on it at all this year. Who knows? It's still the beginning of the year. And then I discussed pets. Speaking of pets, Buttercup is still in the room. She just got off the couch. And then gaming, which this was so fun to talk about and reminisce of the Nintendo 64, the GameCube. Speaking of gaming, I just recently bought my Nintendo Switch. So I am excited because I will be using that at some of the events as well. So it is definitely fun. And then I had a podcast special where I discussed current events, and evidently Raising Kings has been in the works since July, and they're still building. Come on, people, build faster. And then the next episode following that, I discussed drag and how I've done drag. I've literally done a drag transformation episode. I definitely want to do another drag makeup look eventually. Maybe even bring a local drag queen on to my channel and discuss. But who knows? Because, yeah, a lot of them that are near me are definitely busy. And there's multiple definitions of drag queen. So, yeah. You could still be a female and be a drag queen. Yeah. And then I discussed birthdays because around that time I was also celebrating my birthday. And we're going to go ahead and take a quick break right here. And I am going to get hydrated. Try to put a lozenge or a cough drop in my. Not try, but pop a cough drop. And we will be back. So I am back. I put in a cough drop. Ooh, yeah. After that episode, after the last break, I finished off with birthdays. So we're gonna go on to drinking alcohol, something that I have definitely cut back on. Don't drink it really at all, because I've got Kava and Kratom, which is another episode later in the year. I definitely don't like the way that it makes me feel. It's I'll maybe drink it on special occasions, but nothing really too serious. Shopping, because I kind of have a shopping addiction. And then, like I said, later on in the year, we've got trying Kava and Kratom. So I discussed multiple, like, what Kava and Kratom is and how it is like a herbal beverage, pretty much, and it depends on what strain with Kratom that you get, not strain, but which tea per se you get. Like there's green, which is like a calming effect. It definitely helps me sleep, but I haven't been able to drink it because it does. One thing that it does do is dehydrate you, and yeah. Definitely dehydrates you. Piercings. I recently, so when I filmed that, I only had my cartilage piercing and my first lobes. Now I have six piercings in total. Wow. And I want more. They're addicting. But before I get any more tattoos, piercings, I want to get my meaningful tattoo of butterflies. So I will definitely try to get that done in the summer of this year because I probably won't be. I'll probably take a break from school, especially with everything going on this year. I'm about to be hosting events at my kava bar, and I am about to be going back to school. I don't know how stressed out I'm gonna get because I will be working 2 days that I have classes. But then the 2 days that I still have off, I'm not changing my schedule at all. My availability is gonna stay the same. I'm just gonna hate the fact that I'm gonna be working night shifts and work pretty much the first couple months working till 11 to make sure that everything looks good. Um, that all the items are pulled from the back that need to be pulled, and then waking up at like 6 o'clock in the morning to catch the bus to be to school at 9:30. So that will definitely suck, but it is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do. Definitely will suck, but it, like I said, it is what it is. I definitely have to keep the same schedule because I also have other events that I go to, which, yeah. So literally getting home from school, probably taking a shower, doing some homework, and then going to work. Cause yeah, and definitely gotta keep up with studying. I know this professor. I'm retaking this. I'm taking the same professor this semester that I did for chemistry two, which I passed with a B. Surprisingly, I passed with a B. Wow, it was a shocker. And then I the next episode that I discussed after piercings is mukbangs and how I've been doing mukbangs. I haven't done any in a while, just because I've been pretty much been like pretty busy with everything. I definitely want to get back into it this year, but with everything going on, I might not have time. I might just have to have it delivered and then film, like, have it delivered hella early, or like order it hella early, because the last time that I had something delivered, it took about an hour, which, excuse me, we don't have an hour to wait all the time. So, yeah. And then I discussed attending college, which I am hopefully going to be graduating this year with my AA. I know it's been a long time since I've been in college, but and you guys have been there with me. We've definitely had our ups and downs, but we got through it and we stuck with it. So that is all that matters. Writing music was another episode. So that was an episode all in itself about me writing music, my writing process. I know I definitely did a video where I wrote a song with you guys on my channel. So then we have studying, which September. Definitely, yes, because I definitely had that was around the fall time. So I will definitely had to study a lot last semester. So I already know that how to prepare for this semester. I'm going to ask the professor if she has any video lectures that she could upload as well, or even send to me to help me out, because I definitely learned a lot from her lectures. Um, because when I take notes, I like to do it on the PowerPoint itself. So, yeah. Then I discussed hurricanes, which around that time we also had a big storm that came through, and it was a hurricane season in Florida. So, you guys should already guess. It was a disaster. Then talked about using my voice part two. In a way, these were also little podcast specials in a way where I discussed more about what meant, like, stuff that meant was like deep meaning to me, or something that I really cared about, especially like like I said, the LGBTQ community. Um, there's definitely like the art programs and all of that that I care about. Definitely a lot of like I've also discussed like a lot of political viewpoints that I have that could also get me some backlash, but I took a risk and went there, which sometimes you really gotta do because not everybody's gonna do it. And then I discussed supplements that I've taken, like hair growth supplements, which I definitely need to get back into because my hair is not growing. Or it's growing super slowly when it usually grows super fast. Like, I feel like the sides are a little bit longer than the top. I don't know. Possible. Anything's possible. And then I had another podcast episode of current events, which was part two from the first one. And then after that, we had another podcast special, High Conspiracies. But we're going to go ahead and take another break here. Be right back with the rest of the podcast episodes and stuff to look that you guys should look forward to in the new year. And maybe even make some New Year's resolutions with you guys, like I already said. So I am back. We have college episode where I've attended college. I thought I already did a college episode, but I guess not. And then there's the celebrity encounters that I discussed. Manu Bennett definitely needs to work on his attitude, because at the SuperCon, he was an asshole. And then I discussed bettering myself. So I discussed how I quit nicotine, I'm pretty sure. How I've just been trying to better myself, exercise more. And then I discussed first YouTube videos, and that was definitely fun. Eh, this cough drop tastes disgusting. I discussed TikToks that I've done, podcast where I literally was talking about earlier, where I discussed the podcast episodes that I've done, like the first podcast episodes. I still can't believe that it's been a year since I've been doing this podcast, you guys. Like, I literally started the first week of the year. Insane. The membrane. And then I discussed lab work and how I've been in a lab since high school. Because I took biotech in high school, and it wasn't really a lab, it was more like a classroom where we did lab work. And then the last one is winter holidays, which I discussed all of the winter holidays, including the new year. And yeah, that sets it off for the rest of the year. So that is it for the podcast episodes. And we now are going to get into some new fun stuff. So I have definitely been doing a lot. Literally during New Year's Eve, I had a meeting with the Kava Bar owners. It's a new one, not the same one that was there when I first that owned it when I first started going there. To be honest, I never met the bar owner before the new one. Like, they never came, I don't think they ever came in. And one thing I do like about the new bar owner is that she's definitely, like, she puts a lot of effort into everything. She cares about everything, a lot of it. And, like, yeah, that can get you in trouble, but at the same time, it means a lot. Like, it shows initiative, that she's showing up for it, and that she's not just like doing it just for money. Like, she literally does more than the last bar owner did. So we now have a mural on the back wall. We need, we now, you know, we now. Um, we now have more seating area. I mean, yes, we have more seating area, but also the downfall is that you can't fit as many people in there, or it will be cluttered. Like, I'm hoping that everybody that I've told about this event comes out. Sorry for all of you earbud listeners. When I get excited, I start talking with my hands, and without me holding my phone. Ugh, it's a lot. I'm excited. It's gonna be an anime night. We're gonna have a area for you to take for like just to take photos of you guys. Um, it's literally like we're gonna have games like you guys can bring in. So I know a lot of you guys are not a lot, but some of you guys are people that listen to my podcast are also people that I know in person. So, and a lot of you guys know about which kava bar it is. I'm not gonna tell everybody in the world, but it's definitely a blast. The first one is March 26th, 7 to 10. I've definitely am excited. Cosplay with your favorite characters, anime characters, that is. And have fun with it. Bring Pokemon trading card games, your Nintendo Switch. Like I said previously, I just bought a Nintendo Switch, so I'm gonna try to get some anime games on mine. So I'm definitely also putting a lot of effort into this event because I care a lot about it. It's definitely something that is meaningful to a lot of my friends at the Kava Bar as well, and at work. A lot of you guys are listeners, so you guys, I've already told you guys, but get excited even more. We're gonna have different shows on each of the TVs. It's definitely gonna be a blast. I'm gonna try to get some sushi in as well. I have to talk to the bar owner about that one, and then we also have food that you can buy, especially because I know that the sushi is gonna run out. So there's gonna be there's chicken tenders, fries, pizza, especially for you guys that love the Pizza Hut pizzas at Target that we just recently brought back a couple months ago. We didn't bring Pizza Hut back, just the pizzas. So we have those as well. Not like they're sufficient. The tenders are really good. I haven't tried the fries, but I also heard that those are good. We also have a chocolate lava cake that we sell. It's definitely going to be a blast, you guys. So, for all of my locals out there in the West Palm area, feel free to come out. I will definitely be posting about it on my main channel on Instagram and TikTok. So, especially when it comes closer to the around that time, I am definitely excited, and will definitely be promoting it a lot more on my Instagram. So if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, follow Chance Makeup on Instagram. That's ChanceMakeup, which I've also posted some photos with the podcast, not the podcast, the Kava Bar tagged in it as well with location. So definitely check it out. Even if you guys can't come, we are also going to be I'm going to be hosting it anime night almost about once a month. We're going to try to get it to be twice a month if it takes off. I know I've pretty much almost invited about 20 people, and I've even posted on some online groups as well. So definitely excited. Definitely can't wait for January 26th at 7 to 10. Can't wait to see some of you guys out there dressed up in your favorite cosplay or cosplaying as your favorite character. But that's not the end of this year. We are also going to be launching relaunching my brand, but as under a different name. I definitely have to handle more of that stuff as well. So I am definitely excited for you guys to try some product out as well. But for now, we are gonna talk about the New Year's resolutions when we get back from another break. So I am back. I just discussed all of the fun, exciting stuff happening this year, especially the beginning of the year, January 26th. Again, I know I already said that, but get excited, especially for all of you anime lovers. But now on to New Year's resolutions. So one of my main New Year's resolutions is to cut back the amount of weed that I smoke, because I used to literally buy it. Yeah, I know this isn't as outrageous as some people do, but I used to buy a new pen or cart every other week. So every 2 weeks I would be spending like $25-50 on a new cart, when that's literally the same amount of money that I was spending on nicotine. I haven't bought a pen or cart for the past month. I've literally cleared up my storage reservoir. I don't know why I had a dream that my parents went through my drawers, because they don't do that. But most definitely been trying to do that. I am also doing more with like gonna try to do more exercise as well because I'm trying to keep up with the amount of exercise I do. I know I walk to and from work sometimes. I usually ride my bike to and from work. I sometimes go for a walk before I go to the kava bar, which I haven't been doing recently. I definitely need to get back into it. I just bought some ankle weights to use as well, which might be a little bit too small because my ankles are big. Not big, but I don't know. I don't know why it wouldn't fit. Like it does, the Velcro doesn't go all the way around, which is upsetting. It's like what my ankle needs to be wrist size. I don't think so, but it definitely still stays. Whatever. Not mad about it. So I'll definitely be using my new ankle weights to go for walks and definitely be putting in the work. So, yeah. But that is also, like I said before in earlier on in the episode, I accomplished my New Year's resolution from last year, which was to quit nicotine, which was definitely easier than I thought. Because, like, when I first tried, I was around my friend as well who smoked. But when I switched to weed and my pen, I definitely was able to say no to the nicotine. Because I was craving more of something else. I cleared out a craving and put a new craving in, but I don't even really crave it anymore. Like, yeah, I do get obsessive sometimes, but whatever. That it happens to the best of us. We're working on it. We're working on bettering ourselves as well, even more than before. Like I've bettered myself a lot, but we could better ourselves some more. Not change ourselves completely, like still stay in the same personality, but like work on some stuff. Especially not needing a man in my life. Cause especially like around Valentine's Day and the like Thanksgiving and like any family gatherings where you bring your partner, that around those times are also the times that I get start feeling very lonely because everybody's posting pictures of them with their significant other. Speaking of which, I am very happy for my best friend who just got engaged. I am excited. I've known them since middle school. We reconnected in high school with when serious stuff was going on between both of us. Not between both of us, but when we were going through some serious stuff. And then we rekindled our friendship again when I first started going to the kava bar. I did not expect to see them, but I was excited and we literally bonded. Like we hadn't seen each other, but we were like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, just like how like best friends are. Like we were literally like tight in middle school, so like I would see them every morning before classes. They were definitely a grade above me, so it was definitely hard. But I definitely like am glad that I reached out to them in high school because had I not, I don't think that they might not have been here. Like we all had a lot going on in high school. I was cutting myself, self harming. I did try to, um, yeah, we're not gonna go there because we've moved on. We've bettered ourselves, and so have they, which I am happy for. But that is it for reminiscing of the new year, talking about what's to come in the new year as well. So if you guys want to leave a comment, just text or leave a voicemail to, or even your guys' stories, like your guys' New Year's stories or New Year's resolutions, whatever you guys want to do. Reminisce of the past year as well. I would love to hear how your year went, your past 2022 year went. Mine was the end of it was definitely a little bit rough, but we got through it. We got through the past year, and you guys, we did it. So text or leave a voicemail to 561-320-7085. Again, text or leave a voicemail to 561-320-7085. DM First Chances with Chance on Instagram, or if you guys are watching the YouTube portion of this video, of this episode, just comment down below if you guys are brave enough. And I am trying to put all of you guys' stories and everything into one single episode, so I cannot wait to do that. I'm hoping that you guys start doing it this year, because last year, none of y'all pulled through. Again, a lot of you guys viewed it and watched through. I can tell that you guys watched through, and none of you guys commented or even like leave a voicemail or text. Like, if you guys want to stay anonymous or something, you guys don't necessarily have to. There's like even text. Like, I get that's scary, but once you do it once, you guys are gonna want to do it again. Like, it's gonna be like almost as if you guys are writing in a notebook, like journaling. So if you guys journal a lot, it would be definitely beneficial for you to also leave your guys' stories in this episode. So come on, guys, come through. I know you guys can do it. But again, and as always, love you guys. Thanks for watching and listening.